Hello, so we'll be doing 2-year-old speech and language development. Identifies things you wear. So this would be more so maybe where are your shoes? Where are your pants? Where are your socks? Point to your shirt. At this point, they should also be able to maybe identify some body parts. So where's your nose? Point to your ears. Where are the baby's eyes? And they're being able to show you all of these body parts. Names, objects, and photographs. So this would be more so when you're reading a book and you're pointed to things. What is this? Maybe it's a pig. So you would want them to say pig. What is this? Or where is the horse? Or so you're having them verbalize what the object is. This can be done using those 100 words book, my first 100 words. Those books are great, and by this stage, they should be able to master most of what's going on in the page, and they should be able to spontaneously tell you the different animals maybe, or the different objects, and they need to be familiar, obviously. So if there's a cup and you say, what's this? They should be able to tell you cup. So on and so forth, those familiar objects. They should be spontaneously saying them when you're asking them, what is this? With that visual in front of them, such as a book or a picture of something. So the second one, or the next one, identifies pictures of familiar objects, is somewhat similar to names objects, but this one's going to be where you're actually telling them to point. So if you have a book out, you're saying, point to the cow. You're saying, point to the shoe. Show me the balloon. Show me the pig. And they're being able to point to those familiar objects, where in the first one, they're saying them. In the second one, they're able to point to them. Request action or objects. So this one's pretty straightforward. Mama more, maybe, or give, or go home. So what you want is some type of, verbalization that they're requesting an object. Most of the time we'll see the give. Maybe if you have a toy that they have, they'll be saying give, give. Or if you are feeding them goldfish, maybe they'll say mama fish, requesting something. Labels actions or objects. So this would be kind of what we went through before. If you're playing with the ball, they're going to be able to say ball. If you have the ball, maybe they're saying throw ball. So they're labeling that action, the word throw, and the object ball. Maybe if you guys are playing with a car and you're putting the teddy bear on the car, maybe the baby says, go for a ride, go for a ride. So you have that word, the word ride, where they're describing the action. Request repetition. We see this a lot when you're doing something fun, maybe tickling the baby or throwing the baby up in the air. You're going to hear that word again, 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 or more, more, more. If you're doing bubbles and they really enjoy it, they're going to be saying again, again, if you suddenly stop. So they're requesting that repetition. Maybe if you're playing peekaboo with them and they want more, they're going to be asking for that again or more. Request assistance, just that they use the word help, or that they give it to you and say something like open. So my favorite way to do this is when I do bubbles, I'll blow the bubbles and then I'll close them nice and tight so I know that they can't open them, and I'll give them the container of bubbles. And normally what you'll see for a typical developing 2-year-old is that they'll hand me the bubbles, give me eye contact, and say help, or they'll say open please. They're requesting me to help them. They're requesting assistance. Another way to do this is if you are maybe, you're drinking out of a water bottle or some type of juice, and you're kind of knowing that the child's going to need assistance at some point. You're closing that lid really tight. You're giving it to them to see if they come to you. When they come to you, they should be able to request assistance. So they should be saying, "Mom, Ma," or help, or open, and they should be giving you that eye contact too. So the next one's going to be answers yes or no questions appropriately. So pretty much yes, yeah, uh-huh, no, nope. Those are all words that they can use when you're asking yes or no questions. Do you want more food? They should be able to tell you yes or no. Do you want more milk? Do you want to go to sleep? These questions that they should be able to already answer with a simple yes or no. It would not be typical, so it'd be atypical if a child was to repeat the last word of the question or if they were just shaking their head. You really want them to verbalize that word yes or no instead of the shaking of the head. If the shaking of the head is going on, just make sure to always label what the child's doing. So if they're shaking their head no, you go ahead and say no, and maybe you say, I want to hear your voice, say no. Or if they're saying yes, you do that same kind of thing. Uses words to get attention. So this would just be like, hey, or look, or over here, or maybe even saying mama or teacher, whatever it is. They're kind of looking for that attention, and the way they're doing it is through a spontaneous word. Uses different word combinations. So you're going to want to see a combination of 2 to 3 word sentences, whether that be noun, verb, verb, noun, pronoun, noun, verb, location. So some examples of this would be truck go, or you turn on, I play. So those are all those pronouns in there with the verb. Maybe catch me, feed the doggy, or eat it, eat it, eat it. Some other combinations could be babysit here, I go up, mama drive home, I'm thirsty, baby's tired, puppy eat more cookie, he got big ears. So at this point, they're kind of describing, maybe there's an adjective in there. This is my sock, this is mine, daddy ball. So they're able to kind of, do the noun, possessive noun. Um, you're looking more for 2 to 3 words. You're not looking so much for just that one word. And you're also going to look for that verb and adjective in there. So just make sure that your child's verbalizing different word combinations. And it is important to make note of the pronoun, the verb, and the adjective maybe being used in those sentences. Articulation, we're not too worried right now as 2-year-olds for articulation. If your child isn't articulating, and you can't understand some, but you can kind of get it, you should be on the right path. What we want right now is for them to want to communicate. So you're looking at words like pot, pan, bird, dog, monkey, and horse, and you're looking at those beginning letter sounds. So if you see here on the chart as well, you have your 2-year-olds, you have girls versus boys, and all of the sounds that you should be hearing. And then as you can see, it continues to become more advanced as it goes down. So for those 3-year-olds or 2.5-year-olds, they should be having the K and the G and the D. So this is a nice chart that can kind of overview what articulation should look like at this age. So for social interpersonal development, you're looking at the child responds to his or her name. Maybe when they're in activity, you say, Lucy, and Lucy turns her head to you. Initiate social contact through words or gesture. That's kind of like when we were talking about getting attention, that the child is at least saying hey or hi, or maybe tapping you and waving and saying hello, or gesturing, some type of communication, that you're looking at the child wanting to initiate that social contact. Plays with toys correctly. So this would be that they're playing with the toy, with the toy's function. So if it's a ball, they're rolling, they're throwing, they're kicking, all of that kind of stuff. If it's a car, they're rolling the car. What you don't want to see is a child using the toy incorrectly, which would be maybe instead of the car going from point A to point B and they're rolling it and maybe making some noises like vroom, vroom, car go fast, vroom, vroom. You're seeing more of a child that's not saying any words, turning around the car and just playing with its wheels. So that would be incorrect versus the function of the toy correctly with the car. Calms down with the when with caregiver. So if the child, of course, 2-year-olds get upset, and we know this, they're going through the autonomy stage. So this is just simply stating that when the child becomes upset, if you are to comfort that child, they're able to calm down within a reasonable amount of time. It's not, over an hour of being upset wouldn't be calming down with the caregiver. So you want to see that within 5 to 10 minutes, the child's being able to calm down when the caregiver is present. Shifts attention from one activity to the next. So this simply states, when they're doing an activity and you're all done, they're able to put it away and go on to the next one. Or, they're able to have something in front of them, and when you're calling them, they're able to shift their attention to you and pay attention to you. So they're shifting their attention from one activity that they're currently doing to the next. And this is very important. And here we'll be watching a video.
What? I don't think you know that one. Cucumber.
Cucumber.
And what's this one?
Duck.
Duck says
Quack.
what's this one?
Sheep.
Sheep says
Bah.
bah. How about this one? This is a tricky one. Do you know what this is? A rooster. And what does a rooster say?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Very good.
1,
Here, throw it to me.
2, 3, 4, go.
Throw it to me. Thank you. Okay, are you gonna catch it?
Yes.
Okay, here. No, with your hand. Your nose. Where's your mouth? Ah. Where are your ears? Where's your hair? Ah. What's that? Do you know that one's hard? Do you know what that one is?
Yes.
What? I don't know if you know that one. That's called a hamster.
Let's go.
It's kind of like a mouse. What's this one? Do you?
Dino Rocky. Walking.
Yeah, dinosaurs walking.
My baby.
My baby.
My baby.
My baby.
You sit down. Stand up. Turn in a circle.
We have a plug for our vacuum.
I can.
Yeah, you do more?
More.
More vacuum? Okay, go, please. All gone. You did it. All gone.
Caroline, can you get the rest of the letters and bring them to me? Go get the rest of the letters and bring them to me. Oh, very good. Thank you. Can you put it on the table?
I feel scared when I have a bad dream. Elephant. I feel scared when I see a mouse. Where's a mouse? That's a mouse. I feel scared when I hear loud noises.